Be careful using this method because
if you want proof that manifestation is real,
this is how you can manifest anything in 24 hours.
That is the most powerful manifesting tool that I've been using for the past 20 years.
Here's how I use ChatGPT to manifest whatever I want.
It will change your life.
Many young people nowadays are becoming absolutely obsessed with manifesting things. But does manifesting actually work?
If you needed proof that being delusional literally works, I am here to tell you. Being delusional literally works. Because I just landed my dream job with literally no prior experience.
Manifesting has become something of a sensation, with books being written and many claiming manifesting has given them whatever they desired by what some like to call it being delusional.
I need you to be so delusional. I need you to manifest. Delulu is the Salulu. It's the only way. You being realistic is going to get you absolutely nowhere.
But is manifesting really just about being delusional, sitting there and hoping something would magically change and eventually it does? Or is it something that actually makes sense?
And I used to go up to Mulholland Drive every night, sit on the side of the road, look out at the lights and go, I'm a popular actor. Every director wants to work with me. And I used to open my arms and imagine things that I wanted to come in my way and stuff. I would stay up there until I actually believed that I had all these things. And then I would drive down the mountain feeling like the biggest star in Hollywood.
Let's begin with what manifesting actually is. The concept of manifesting is the idea that thoughts and beliefs can influence reality, and it is not just random thought. It actually has deep historical roots and has been practiced in various forms across cultures for centuries. In Hinduism, that is karma or sankalpa, also known as intention setting. The 19th century thinkers have popularized the idea that thoughts influence material success with books like The Science of Getting Rich or Think and Grow Rich, all the way to the current modern self-help culture. And the reason people actually did listen to it was because somehow it worked. People who are quite influential started coming out and saying that visualization and manifestation has helped them achieve their goals. Edison and Henry Ford both believed in visualization techniques. Oprah Winfrey publicly credits manifestation for her success. Jim Carrey wrote himself a check for $10 million to collect it 10 years down the line. Helen Hutzell participated in many contests and won over 5,000 of them, gaining a name, a contest queen, using her SPEC method: selected, projected, expected, and collected. Ariana Grande also claims she has manifested her role on Nickelodeon.
I wrote a check out to myself for $10 million for acting services rendered. I put it in my wallet and I carried it. What happened was a few months ago we did the deal for the mask for $10 million.
$10 million payment for doing the mask.
Right. So it's very surreal for me. It's strange.
There is one thing all of those people have in common, however. Manifesting and good mindset wasn't the only thing that helped them achieve their goals. There was also a lot of hard work involved and years of failure. Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty and was fired from her first TV job as a news anchor, which didn't stop her from building her network eventually and becoming one of the biggest names in media.
You know what happened to Oprah at 23? She got fired. Imagine firing Oprah.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake.
No, it wasn't. Because she wasn't Oprah. She was just some 23-year-old punk who needed to get fired so she could become Oprah.
Even the contest queen wasn't very successful at first and didn't win many contests for the first few years of participating.
Honey, you can try and try and try the rest of your life. That to me is negative. What you take try out of your vocabulary. It's coming, and that's it. Trying means you keep on trying. That's negative. I never try, I do something.
With social media and current social unrest, the topics of manifesting has gained a lot of popularity. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube are full of manifestation stories, making it seem more accessible.
I get every single thing I want. Dates with celebrities, a 6-figure salary, 10K followers in a month. I'm living a life beyond my wildest dreams. And I'm not saying any of this to brag. I'm telling this to you because you can do this too. The reason that I get whatever I want is because I am not living in reality. If you were inside of my head, you would be like, is this chick connected to what is going on here on Earth? The answer is no.
Trends like lucky girl syndrome and reality shifting encourage belief in shaping one's reality. Influencers promote vision boards, scripting, and affirmations, making it part of mainstream culture, and it makes sense because in order to do something, you need to believe that it is possible to achieve it first. And it is all backed by neuroscience.
Powerful is past tense reprogramming, past tense writing about yourself like a fairy tale. Write a story about yourself that has a happy ending.
And what does that do?
It helps your brain store it. So this goes into neuroscience. So this helps your brain to store it as a memory, and your brain doesn't therefore know whether it's happened or not, and it brings it to fruition. So there's a part in your brain called the reticular activating system, and it filters 2 million bits of data every second, colors and sounds and things that you see. And what it does, it shows you anything that you deem as important. So what do you deem as important? Anything you focus your mind on. And so if you are focusing your mind on this beautiful script about yourself in this positive way and how you healed and how you came back alive and built this amazing business, all of a sudden your brain is showing around you evidence in people, events, and places to prove your belief system is real. Versus your old belief system, which was focused on, I'm never going to get well. I'm never going to get out of this victim mentality. I'm never going to make money. Oh, he can, she can, they can. It's not for me. They can. That mentality.
People who are experiencing negative emotions or difficulties tend to seek out people who are the same or sometimes intentionally or unintentionally influence those around them to be the way they are too, in search for validation and feeling less alone, because when misery is shared, it normalizes difficult feelings, making them easier to accept. Most people become what they believe they are, so if the main focus is on what is negative, you tend to attract that negative energy, or you simply focus more on your failures rather than wins. For instance, a positive person would see a failure as a minor drawback and try again and again until eventually they succeed. That is not the same for the person with negative mindset who finds every failure like a debilitating disability, which eventually eats up at you until you give up overall, hence leaving you feeling unsatisfied, grumpy, cynical, and attracting people who feel exactly the same as you.
I heard the saying once, says you have to be careful being happy around unhappy people. The reality is that your joy is going to torment their misery. It's going to make them sit here and be terrible to you because of their lashing out of that aspect. You have to realize that there are some people that will see you do amazing things or even the simplest things, but because of where they are, because of their brokenness, because of their heart or the lack thereof, the moment you do these things, they feel like they have to attack or destroy it because it agitates them. It agitates the spirit of misery that they're living in.
Of course, there is a big difference between having a positive and grateful mindset and the instant gratification culture, even though this kind of mindset may work in a moment, but it may actually do more harm than good long term. By opting for small, immediate rewards, people tend to neglect activities that require persistence and effort to achieve. Another danger of instant gratification is that people tend to feel like they have already achieved everything they wanted, so they don't need to put as much effort anymore. There was a study that showed that when people started talking about their achievements to others, they felt more fulfilled and felt like they have achieved more than they actually have. But when they delayed the gratification process by not saying a word until the task was completed, they felt more compelled to work harder and actually complete the work they meant to do.
The best way to never achieve your goals is by telling everyone about them. Every time you share your goal with someone, you get the same feel-good as you would achieving your goal, which makes you less inclined to pursue it. You also open up your dream to small-minded people who love to shoot it down, because achieving your goals would see you surpass them, and their green-eyed monster doesn't like that. Keep it to yourself. Only tell those who you must. It's going to be hard. No need to make it harder. Remember, your goals are for you, not for them.
Another reason for people being more and more into manifesting is, of course, economic instability, job market struggles, and rising costs. People simply feel less in control of their futures. Manifesting offers a sense of empowerment. It helps them feel like they can attract opportunities instead of feeling helpless. Many Gen Zs and millennials are more focused on mental health, mindset shifts, and self-care than other generations ever before. Therefore, shifts towards manifesting seems like a natural progression. As people stray from traditional religious practices, some shift towards being more spiritual. Manifesting aligns with the ideas of universe, energy, and personal power, plus techniques such as gratitude, visualization, and affirmations have psychological benefits, making people feel less stressed and more confident to pursue their passions and complete difficult tasks.
I started to believe in ideas like manifestation and trusting the universe, and I had all these problems. I was so attached to these stories in my head. It was like, I have these problems. Like, these are my things. Like, these are truths about me, that I have these problems and I don't know how to get over them. I started meditating on my anxieties and they started being less of a thing over time.
Manifesting whatever you want has become so huge that some people made it their full-time jobs to teach people how to manifest things they desire, promising anything you want as long as you buy their course or follow their instructions. Save the video and repeat the same words over and over again like mantra. The thing is, you don't need to spend money to learn how to manifest. It's not really about the mantra or repeating the same words over and over again. If anything, that people that manifest things have in common is that they don't sit around, pay for courses, and recite positive affirmations to the TikTok videos each day. Instead, they get up with a positive mindset, motivated to work and pursue their goals because they believe they can, and that is what manifesting is really about.